The story of Dragon Age Origins is the story of the rise of the hero of Ferelden and the decisions he or she makes as the newest recruit of the ancient order of the Grey Wardens. Rumors abound about this individual all across Thedas, and no one can seem to agree on exactly who this person was, where they came from, or what specific skills they excelled at. Even the crucial decisions that determined whether they were a savior or an opportunist are still debated among the citizens. So what is the truth? Well, the truth can be hard to suss out with so many voices offering different opinions. What we do know is that they came from somewhere, that they have an origin story. It's important to remember that Dragon Age Origins is a game of many choices, and although we will explore some in the origin stories of this and future parts, the outcome will inevitably be the same. In the last part of the full story of Dragon Age Origins, we explored the origin story of the city elf. Now we head to Dust Town, the slums of Orzammar, to explore another possible origin story.
Deep beneath the Frostback Mountains sits Orzammar, largest and proudest of the two remaining dwarven cities. Once the seat of an underground empire, Orzammar now stands alone, cut off from the world by the Darkspawn, still clinging to the memory of its former glory. Below the vast statues and gilded halls where the noble families play at politics, the lower castes live in their shadows, scurrying to serve like their ancestors before them. Below that is you. You are Casteless, the dirty secret staining Orzammar's perfect society, forced, along with your sister, to sell your services to the crime lord Barat. To the rest of Orzammar, you are proof that the Casteless deserve their fate. But you know you do what you have to, the same as everyone, just to survive.
I can't keep gambling on you forever, Precious. You've got a sweet look. Something to light a man on fire. But you gotta make it count.
Please, Barat. I don't want to do this in front of my sister.
Why not? She knows the slope of the land. Don't you, girl?
We owe you everything, Barat. We won't let you down.
Right. That's sweet. Before me, your sister was just another duster. Now check her out. Braids down to here, gold-capped teeth. She can recite elf poetry and play the string harp. Every man's dream. All she's got to do is find a lord, squeeze out some kid who looks like him, and we're all living the easy life in the Diamond Quarter.
Please, don't get involved. You know that never goes well.
He's right. Whatever it takes to get out of this cesspool.
Listen to the kid. She knows the deal you made. She keeps her head down and does whatever jobs I don't want to dirty my fists with. In return, I put out coins so you can doll yourself up and get a belly full of some nobleman's brats. Then you both go free, and I get to join the family and be called my lord for the rest of the little prince's life.
So what are you doing here?
Checking on my investments, and right now, they don't bear much gold. I'm giving you another week, Precious. If you haven't found a patron, you're back to sweeping streets.
But I have. I've met someone. That is, I didn't want to promise, but he seemed interested.
See, she's found someone. I told you we'd deliver.
It's nothing definite, but he said he wanted to see me again.
Excuse me if I don't start knitting booties. Until I do, you're the one who's going to keep paying her debts with your service to the Carta.
What do you need me to do?
Your buddy Lesky's waiting outside. He knows what I'll need from you today. Don't even think about bungling this job. Your whole family's on loose sand with me right now, and I know you don't have anywhere else to turn.
I'm sorry you had to see that.
You don't have to hide anything from me, Rika.
I've always tried, though. At least I've kept you from buying your future with what's between your legs. I should have told you. Barat's been warning me ever since two of his other girls found patrons at Lord Harrowmont's reception. They've been getting gifts already. Lord Rooston gave Elsie a surface silk gown and she's not even pregnant. Barat's getting impatient.
Barat expects too much from you.
You know how desperate the nobles are for more children? They can barely field enough soldiers to hold the walls against the Darkspawn. If I could give one of them a son, The whole house would celebrate. And we'd all be raised up to noble caste to join the family. It's what Bharat's betting on. That's why he paid for my clothes, my voice lessons. He wants to share the reward.
Did you say there was a noble who was interested?
Yes. That is, I hope. He certainly seems charming. He treats me like a real lady, not just someone to tumble and forget.
Who is he?
I don't want to say, in case I'm wrong. It just seems too mad to think of one of the most important men in Orzammar with someone like me. Anyway, time is rusting and I need to get dressed. These fashions will be the death of me. 100 buttons on each sleeve. And Lesky's probably already outside waiting for you.
You're right. Goodbye.
Stay out of trouble. I'll see you tonight.
We are Nadia Broska, born and raised among our fellow Casteless in Dusttown, and we've been working for Bharat as long as we've been strong enough to hold a dagger. Our sister Rika is the smart one, the beautiful one who the whole family is depending on for elevation out of the slum. We feel bad for her, but this is our lot in life, and we do our part, helping Bharat's Karta and their smuggling business. Bharat depends on us to pull our weight while he waits for Rika to find a noble who she can bear a son for, and he's given us and our cohort Lesky a job to do. We receive a codex page on the Casteless that we can read now. The caste system in Orzammar includes many groups of privilege, the nobility and the warriors above all others, but to a lesser degree the merchants and the smiths and the miners. Tradition establishes a clear hierarchy, but as in any culture with an upper class, there is also a clear underclass. These unfortunates, the so-called casteless, are believed to be descendants of criminals and other undesirables. They have been looked down upon since Orzammar's foundation. They have taken up residence in a place called Dusttown, a crumbling ruin on the fringe of Orzammar's common areas. Orzammar society considers these casteless lower than even the servant caste. Indeed, the casteless are not allowed to become servants as it is too honorable a position. They are seen as little better than animals, their faces branded at birth to mark them as the bastard children of the kingdom. Their home district, little more than a slum, is a haven for crime, organized and otherwise. Orzammar's guards seemingly cannot be bothered to patrol its streets. The best that most casteless dwarves can hope for is a life at the whim of a local crime lord, ended abruptly by violence or an overabundance of toxic lichen ale. Even so, there is some hope for the casteless, a dangling rope that offers a way up into greater Orzammar society. Since a dwarf's caste is determined by the parent of the same sex, the male child of a nobleman is part of that noble's house and caste. Strangely, it is acceptable for casteless women to train in the arts of courtly romance to woo nobles and warriors. They are known as noble hunters. Any male born from such a union is considered a joyous event, considering the low rate of dwarven fertility. The mother and entire family are then taken in by the father's house, although they retain their caste. The dwarves we know on the surface are also considered casteless once they leave Orzammar, although this is only relevant to those who return, if they are allowed to return at all. Dwarves who leave for the surface, the sun-touched, as they're often called behind their backs, lose their connection to the stone and the favor of the ancestors, and thus are worthy of little more than pity, for upon dying they are said to be lost to the stone forever. Put that way, it seems a sad existence indeed. From Stone Halls of the Dwarves by Brother Genitivi, Chantry Scholar. On our way out, we can stop to talk to our mother, Kala.
Who's that? Why are you bothering me? Rika?
Our mother has never been sober, at least not since we can remember, and most of the time has forgotten our name. We have a job to do, and talking to her will only make us lose focus. Never mind. Sleep it off. Again.
People bothering me all the time. I've got important things to do here. Very important things.
Heading outside.
About sodding time. I was starting to think I'd have to bust in and get an eyeful of that spicy sister of yours. Growl.
Lesky is our closest friend, but it's more out of forced association than any real affection. We watch each other's backs, and he can be trusted about as much as any other duster, which isn't a whole lot. So, what does Bharat have for us?
Boss says we're out for a search and discipline. One of his smugglers is holding out on him. Name's Oskias, some surfacer. Bharat got word that he's been selling shipments topside that never make it to Bharat's ears down here. He wants us to find the rotter and see what goods he's holding back.
What sort of goods are we trying to find?
You know, gold, lyrium, spices. Anything that Bharat might cut someone's head off to get.
What do we do with him if he has been holding out on Bharat?
Well, if he is skimming, we kill him, of course. I mean, Barat doesn't let anyone swindle him and live. Bringing his head on a plate is completely optional, though.
Any idea where this Oscius is?
All he told me is find him. Duster's got some family from the merchant caste. He's probably staying near their quarters.
Fine, but let's at least find out what he's done.
Whatever lets you sleep at night, my friend.
This is the first time Barat has specifically tasked us with killing someone if he doesn't like what we find. We've done everything he's ever asked us to do, but this? Walking through Dusttown, the place is littered with sickly-looking dwarves, beggars, mothers crying out for coins or medicine for their ill children. Same as any other day. Up ahead, we see a beggar named Goylenar speaking to him.
2 bits for the needy.
The needy? Who do you think you're looking at, old man?
I seen you before. You're one of Barat's girls, the one with the sword. You don't know from needy. Not until you're my age.
What do you mean?
You think Barat's going to want you when you're old? Soon's your muscles go, it's the clean crew on the streets for you. Unless you find some man to fill you with babies and give you the care for them, you'll be gone soon enough. Only place for you to end up is here, watching some casteless upstarts refusing to share their coin.
Is there anything you can give me for my money?
Ooh, you drive a hard bargain, soldier. You looking for someone to shine your shoes, clean your pots, keep you warm at night?
Just tell me, have you seen a surfacer named Oscius?
Is that what you're looking for? That's worth 10 bits, no?
Here we have a chance to use our intimidation, a skill we've long been cultivating working for the Carta. Tell me or your body might end up blocking a mine shaft.
Go ahead. Beat up an old man if it makes you feel better. I seen your man at Tapster's. I was waiting out back, but they wouldn't tip me the dregs off the ale barrel. Said it was going to compost. But I saw another Brad there with his surface money, and they served him. Called him Oscius, sir. Pah.
Was he armed?
You think I got that close? Tavern keepers, they know all I have to pay with is dirt. Now get out of here, you're scaring off the other pockets.
Well, that seals it. Oscius is definitely at Tapster's. Let's just hope he's still there, halfway into his mug of ale. Leaving Dusttown, we arrive in the Commons and are greeted by the usual dirty looks and nasty comments. Just to the right, as we enter the Commons, there is a man named Kosh. Approaching him.
Good day there, sweetness. You looking to make a quick bid? It could be just what I'm after.
You looking to step back before I hurt you?
You haven't even heard my offer, girl. You look like you've still got all your teeth. Nice and healthy. I craft replacements for nobles who have lost theirs. I can pay you real handsome for some of those. 1 silver for 2. What do you say?
That's crazy. I'm not gonna sell my teeth.
You won't get a better price. I'm in demand, top tooth and wig shop off the Diamond Quarter, 4 years running. There are some who just take what they want off someone like you. I'm offering an honest deal. What do you say?
Do you have any idea who I work for?
Barat wouldn't like you throwing that around. This guy's an artisan that's practically a smith. We don't need that high a profile.
That sounded like a threat, Brand. You know the sentence for harassing a resident engaged in legitimate trade is public flogging and 100 silver fine.
Man, we would love nothing more than to knock this guy's teeth out, artisan or not, but Lesky is right. Never mind. I was just leaving.
Suit yourself. Plenty of brands are willing.
Walking past the merchant stalls, we see a brand like us named Adamaro. Speaking with him.
Do you mind? I have nothing you can afford, and as long as you're here, no one else will come.
Who are you?
My name is Adamaro. I come down here twice monthly with goods from the surface, which you'd know if you could afford any.
You're a merchant. Why do you wear a Casteless face brand?
Same as you. It's illegal for me to walk here without one. I'm from the surface, so by the law of assembly, I'm Casteless. But I think of the brand as just a part of the license to vend my wares. I use a washable ink, and when I return home, it's gone first thing. I cannot imagine wanting to wear the beastly thing every day.
You have another suggestion?
If you were on the surface, you could open a shop, claim land, and start a farm, and get legally married by the human chantry. Orzammar is the only place in the world that will treat you like this. Yet you all stay. I'll never understand it.
They say surface dwarfs lose touch with the stone.
And what has the stone done for you? At least on the surface, you won't be rejected by your fellow dwarves. It always seems sad to me that our homeland is the one place in this world where you're likely to be killed by a fellow dwarf. Now, unless you're gonna buy something, I need to unload and get home before the rain sets in. That's water from the sky, by the way.
Goodbye, then.
I hope you make better luck for yourself in the future.
Water from the sky? Crazy duster. But he did make a good point, and if we didn't have Rika and Mother to think about, maybe we would leave for the surface. Turning around, we see a woman named Una in an alley. Approaching her.
Watch yourself. The Shaper doesn't need your footprints all over his clean clothes.
What are you doing?
I happen to be doing the personal washing of the third assistant to the Shaper of Memories. He's from House Harrowmont, you know. It took my mother 5 years of sewing dresses for the head maid to get me noticed. Mother tells me they never considered a single other candidate when the position opened for underwasher.
What exactly does a Shaper do?
They control Orzamar's memories. They oversee births, marriages, death records, histories, everything we do or are. Except you, I guess. Casteless and criminals aren't allowed in a Shaper's presence.
Why not?
Whatever horrid deviants you're descended from were written out of the histories and deemed unworthy to join the ancestors. Obviously, they bred anyway, but their children can't possibly deserve the same protections as those who were legitimately born.
If you're just a servant, aren't you casteless too?
I am not casteless. I am an honorable member of the servant caste. I serve my betters as is my place, decided by the ancestors who granted my mother my birth. I am not a criminal.
Sorry, I'll let you get back to your washing.
As if I'd stop for you.
Man, the surface is sounding better by the second. We receive a codex page on the Dwarven caste system, which we read in part 2. But we are here for a reason, so heading into Tapster's, we can talk to the bartender.
No Casteless.
Take a closer look before you say that.
Who the dust are you? Oh, my mistake. I didn't realize you were one of his. I'm not looking for any trouble.
Tell me if you know where to find a man named Oscius.
Is that what this is all about? He's here, all right. Right over there. Been nursing that same mug half the day. Paid up front, though. Good silver. What's he done?
Refused to serve me ale.
Right, that's real clever. I hear what you're saying. You're free to drink here anytime, and whatever else you gotta do. Just try and keep it neat. I'm still paying for this space.
Oscius is seated towards the back of the main part of the pub, walking over to him.
Hey, I was saving that seat.
That's real thoughtful, Oscius. It's tiring work looking for you.
How do you know my name?
We're here to stop you from making a big mistake.
I don't know what you're talking about. You probably have the wrong Oscius, see? I just got here this morning. I'm usually on the surface, and...
So you're not the turncoat two-faced swindling duster Barat told us about.
I never did anything. Barat's got no reason to send you after me.
Calm down. There's no reason we can't keep this civilized.
You mean you're not here to kill me?
Of course not. This is just a friendly inspection.
Making sure you didn't accidentally pocket any processed lyrium. You know.
Look, I always been loyal to Barat. He's been good to my family. I know how much I owe him.
Save your excuses. Lesky searches bags.
My pleasure.
Wait, I do have some lyrium. It's just ore. I made a side deal with one of the mining families. If it worked out, I was gonna bring Barat his cut, I swear. I'd be crazy not to.
Suicidal, one might say.
Who have you been selling to?
Surfacers pay good coin for lyrium. Mages up there, they use it for their spells. Smiths use it in enchanted weapons. I just took the money and ran. I mean, back to Barat to share the profits.
How long have you been cheating Barat?
Not long. I mean, I'm not cheating him. I mean, this is my first time. Oh, please don't kill me.
How much ore did you take?
Just a little. Maybe 25 sovereigns worth.
25 sovereigns?
Most of that's with my buyers on the surface. I just picked up a few nuggets down here. If I were to maybe give you a piece, that's a lot of coin. Could you forget to mention this to Barat?
Now we have a choice to make here. 25 sovereigns is a lot of money, more than enough to get all of us out of Dust Town and set up on the surface. But we've made our deal with Barat, and we're not planning to betray him now. We help you, Barat's after us next. Hold him still, Lesky.
No, I'll give it back. I'll find more. I'll get Barat double what he can make in a year. Triple. I swear. Just please Don't kill me.
Stop squirming, or this is really gonna hurt.
Could everyone who isn't about to die please turn around for a moment? This may be unpleasant. Thank you.
You can't do this. Help! Call the guardsman! This is murder!
You two let me know if you need anything. I'll be in the back.
It's just a bunch of rocks. You're gonna kill me for that?
Sorry, Salraka. A job's a job.
No!
Oscius is no trouble for the two of us, and once he's dead, we can take those lyrium nuggets off his body. Now all that's left to do is get this stuff back to Barat. Leaving Tapsters, there's a market stall we could go to sell that lyrium we looted off of Oscius.
Lesky, you old scamp. What are you doing here? Trying to charm me out of another set of ribbons for your girl?
Trying to talk you into being my girl, Olinda. You know my heart's breaking for you.
Don't you go saying that around my husband. Who's your friend?
I'm Nadia. Pleased to meet you.
You're welcome to look around. I'll slide on the markup since you're Lesky's friend, but I can't give anything away for free.
But we already made our decision. We're sticking with Barat because we feel he's our best chance of getting out of Dusttown and moving up to the high life in the Diamond Quarter. We should really get going.
Sorry, lover. Guess it's not meant to be.
Get out of here then, before that silver tongue gets you in real trouble.
Heading north, we can enter Barat's shop.
The king is old. His rule won't hold much longer.
Prince Balin seems far more sympathetic to our interests than Trian.
Balin has some tastes of his own that he knows I can provide. We'll finish this later. It's about time you two showed up. What happened with Oscius?
Now here, we have lots of different ways to cheat Barat out of his goods, or if we had let Oscius live, fool him into thinking we killed him. But we're doing our best to keep our nose clean, even if our conscience suffers for it. We found Oscius. He had a side deal going for lyrium.
Some people are slow learners. You should have known. You don't lie to me. I can smell it. Did I make that clear? I thought I made that clear. Now, did you find out what I asked you for or not?
He was carrying these 2 nuggets.
That's all? I guess the Duster was smart enough to keep his main stash topside. And Oscius himself?
He, won't be bothering you again.
Absolutely. Dead as a plate of chops, screaming for mercy, telling the ancestors to bless your name. Real dead.
Excellent. I'll send someone out to handle the cleanup. Not you, though. I have another job in mind for you.
Anything you want, boss.
The Warrior Cast is hosting a proving today. All the best fighters, last man standing, you know the sort of thing. They're showing off for some Grey Warden who's looking for candidates to drag off to a life of eternal glory. Now, it's not often we get every named fighter in Orzammar lined up like that. And I have certain acquaintances who take an interest in this sort of thing.
What does this have to do with us?
Warrior named Averd is a long shot, and I've got a lot of coin riding on him. I want you to make sure he wins. Find his quarters, and find out when he faces off with Minar. Minar's the best in the lineup, but I'll give you a drug to slip in his water to make sure Averd has the edge.
What is this drug?
I'm not asking you to distill it, just drop it into a basin. That's all you need to know.
All right, we'll go right now.
You bet you will. Here's your pass to get on the grounds. The proving starts as soon as the clock strikes. And when I say I have coin on this, I'm not talking about some pittance, like the value of your life. If I don't see Averd's name on the winner's sheet, you'd better make sure I never see you or your sister ever again.
We get a codex on the provings, which we read in part 2, and speaking to the woman standing next to Barat.
You ask too many questions. All you've got to know how to say is, I'm mistress.
Who are you?
You don't recognize me?
You know Jarvia, right? Barat's favorite lieutenant and the only person he trusts in all of Orzammar. You know that, Jarvia.
What exactly do you do for the Carta?
All you need to know is that I'm Barat when Barat's not here, and I'm getting mighty impatient.
Now, we could say something about Barat and Jarvia's, sleeping arrangements that would definitely get us stuck in the gut, but discretion is the better part of valor in this situation. Never mind, I'm leaving.
Not nearly soon enough.
Leaving Barat's shop and heading west through the commons, we come across a large bridge directly opposite of the entrance to the city of Orzammar. Crossing over the large river of lava, we're stopped by a few guards.
Turn around, Brand. No Casteless on the grounds.
But I have a pass right here.
Looks legitimate. Go on through then. But stay to the trenches. Grey Wardens don't need some eyesore getting between them and the fighters.
Grey Wardens? What's a Grey Warden doing here in the city? Entering the Proving Grounds, we can collect a codex page on Dwarven faith, which we read in Part 2. Then Lesky spots the Grey Warden in question.
Stone's Embrace. That's one of them. One of the Grey Wardens. Oh, I dare you to go over and talk to him. Say, "Welcome to Orzammar, Warden, sir. May I drink your bathwater?"
Approaching him.
Stone met, and blessings on your house. That was the proper greeting for an outsider last time I visited Orzammar. Has it changed? Or is there a reason you're looking at me so strangely?
No, definitely the proper greeting. Stone met yourself.
You're not here for the proving, are you? I believe the fighters were introduced earlier. My name is Duncan. I'd say of the Grey Wardens, but I suspect you already know that. Pleased to meet you.
I only came over here because my friend dared me.
Then you have certainly proved your courage, though I hope I'm not quite so fearsome as all that.
I guess you want me to leave now.
I never turn down the chance to meet someone new. When we visit Orzammar, we tend to remain in the Diamond Quarter. You forget how much of the city you miss.
Is it true you're here looking for recruits?
The Wardens are always looking for those who have the courage to spend their lives in battle against the Darkspawn. It's rare we find those with both the skill and the will. The best Wardens are ruthless to their enemies, compassionate to their friends, and inspiring to their troops. It's a lot to look for, but I hope to find it here, and I hope you also may find what you are looking for.
We received some codex pages on Duncan, the Grey Wardens, and Darkspawn, which we read in Part 1. Wow, maybe Adamaro was right. We've never been talked to like that before, like a real person, like an equal. Duncan treated us with dignity despite our brand. Maybe we should go to the surface. Maybe we could even join the Grey Wardens. After all, who knows Darkspawn better than dwarves? I mean, we've never fought one, but it's practically in our blood. Before we get carried away, we still have a job to do, so heading north into one of the hallways, we find Averd.
Oh, sweetheart.
Sod it. He's stone drunk. He could draw a dead man for his bout and still lose. Barat's gonna kill us if we slip up on this. He's still mad about the time I accidentally told that barkeep Barat had demanded free ale delivered to my door. Hey, I just had an idea.
Do I want to hear this?
So, you've been rubbing my nose in how you're the meanest thing with a blade, right? Averd's armor is over there, and you're about the same size.
This isn't for Barat. I want to impress the Grey Wardens.
You can't let anyone know it's you. If they find out, you'll be executed. They'll say it's an offense to the ancestors. If you want to tell the Wardens, at least wait until some time when you can bolt if you need to.
Now, we know we can take any of these so-called warriors with one hand tied behind our back, but Barat's bet is on Averd winning against Maynard. If somehow he gets the better of us, Rika could be in danger. We can't take that chance. You just take care of drugging Maynard, and I'll do the rest.
Got it. It'll help if you can distract him, though. Just, talk to him so I can sneak past him without him noticing. Let's do it quickly. We don't have much time.
Looting Averd's chest, we can take all his armor and weapons. Then, by the northwest door, we see Maynard. Speaking with him.
Hey, only fighters are allowed in these chambers. Who are you?
I'm Nadia. I'm working the waste trenches.
I don't care about your name, Brand. My fight should be called any moment now. You can come back and clean then.
I'm just such a fan. Can I touch you, please?
It's ill luck for me to touch someone the ancestors have cursed. But if you like, I could tell you tales that would make your friends weep with envy.
What's it like being a warrior? It must be so exciting.
You think it's exciting to venture with 50 men to search out a darkspawn nest and return with less than 20? Everywhere we walked, we heard them, scratching in the walls. But they only attacked when we stopped. You got used to the smell of your brother's blood, but never to the Genlock's reek.
That sounds horrible.
Truly. But it's what I was born to do, like my father and his. We die so the rest of you can live snug and remember the glorious days when our empire stretched beneath half the world.
Bout 3 is next. Officer Maynard versus the warrior Averd. Fighters, Make final preparations, then report to the ring.
That's my fight. We'll finish this when I return victorious.
I got him! No more time. Make sure you have everything and go tell the Proving Guard you're ready to fight. And don't forget to keep your helmet down.
Equipping all of Avaird's armor and using his favorite axe, we approach the Proving Guard.
I believe it is time for your bout. May fortune favor your fight, Avaird. Are you ready? As you say.
This is a glory proving, fought under the watchful eyes of the paragons of Orzammar, for our honored guests, the Grey Warden. The warrior Ivair, son of Galton, will fight Officer Mylon, survivor of the battle at Tar Ellerin.
Don't choose the honor of the heart. Oh, sod it. Let's just fight.
For the honor of the Grey Wardens.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight! The winner is Ivan! A truly memorable fight. The young cadet vanquishes the wily veteran. Healer, see to his injuries. The warrior Ivan, son of Galton, will fight last year's Journeyman Division champion, Adolfo, proven in glory before the stone.
You honor me with this fight. May we both win glory in the eyes of our lords.
Now you're talking my language, brother.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
Done well.
The winner is Ivan! The ancestors have withdrawn their blessings and embrace a new champion on their field. The warrior Avair, son of Galton, will fight Lenka, silent sister in training. She has made her vows, but not completed her blooding. Will she be accepted into the legendary order? That will depend on her performance today.
All that stuff about honor and glory. Let's fight.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight! The winner is Ivan! Lenka went to the stone without a sound, as befits her vows. But it wasn't hard to see the blood that was spilled. Avaired will advance to the final bout to determine the true champion of the ring against...
What? I'm out already? Hey! That's my armor!
Who are you? How dare you disrupt this sacred...
Wait, I know that man. That's Avaired. Then what imposter did I fight?
Remove your helmet, warrior, and let all who watch you see your face.
Uh-oh. Can I really talk my way out of this? I am Avaired. Arrest that fraud.
Nay. This man has Avaird's perfect likeness. If you would have me believe you, let me look upon your face.
Go big or go home. Or to the chopping block in my case. Do not challenge me unless you want to taste my blade.
Your skills are impressive, but you are one man. Show yourself, lest I call the guards and have them do it for you.
Very well. Look then, and see who I am.
You insult the very nature of this proving! Guards, take this filth away!
Hold your man, I pray you. This warrior has defeated the best you have to offer. Is that not what this proving is for?
We are honored by your presence, Warden, but this proving is not solely for you. There are laws which have governed this arena for 1,000 years. This woman is no warrior. She is casteless, rejected by the ancestors. Her very footsteps pollute the stone. She has no place here.
Except as your champion.
Are you awake yet? Psst. Can you hear me? How hard did they sodding hit you anyway? Did you have to put up such a fight?
Where are you, Lesky?
Shh. Keep your voice down. I'm in the next cell over. After they locked us in the Proving Master's booth for a while. A whole squad of guards transferred us here.
This doesn't look like a typical guard cell.
Huh. I guess not. I mean, I've been in most of them. They don't usually have this many bloodstains on the walls. Any chance you see a way out?
Good, you're awake. Barat will be glad to hear that.
Did you come to get us out?
Get you out? Who do you think put you in? You caused a lot of trouble today. Barat lost 100 sovereigns for Lord Volney. The entire proving was declared invalid, and the Assembly already called for an investigation. You can't imagine the state Barat was in when he told me to get you.
Where are we?
That's right. You've never had the privilege of being down here. You're in one of the deep cells in Barat's estate. He built it into the ruins of Old Orzammar. Plenty of room to store gold and lyrium. And nice thick walls so no one can hear the screams.
But how did we get here?
I brought you. You got every guardsman at that proving thinking if he takes your head off, the ancestors will bless him forever. But they know whose hand holds the whip. When Barat claimed you, they knew who's going to get to watch your last breath.
Let me talk to Barat. I can explain what happened.
All he needs to know is that you exposed him before the entire warrior caste. Now they're asking questions, and as long as you have tongues to answer them, you're a threat. Enjoy your last night together. Sorry we had to put you in separate cells, or I'd suggest you have a last tumble. Barat will be by soon to make sure you maintain your silence.
We have to get out of here. All the work we did for Barat, all the planning with Rika and her noble hunting has gone to dust. Whatever it takes, we're busting out of this cell, getting Mother and Rika and heading towards the surface. There's no choices anymore. After a few minutes of waiting, one of the guards comes close enough to our cell that we can talk to him, giving us many different opportunities to use his limited intelligence to our advantage.
Very well.
Leave off with your noise. You're giving me a headache.
Oh, that's how it started for me too.
What do you mean?
I'm burning up. Stone, I think I'm gonna pass out.
When that happened to my sister, healer said it was the plague. Said if it wasn't treated right away, everyone who'd seen her would die.
Die? I don't want to die.
Water. I need water.
Aren't you gonna help her?
I'll come in there and take a look. Now, hold still while I tie your hands behind your back.
And just like that, we have a means to escape. Taking out the guard with nothing but our fists, we can loot the key off his body to free Lesky.
If we want to get away with this, we can't leave one man alive to tell Barat what we've done.
There's a chest in the room where we can get our equipment back, and rearming ourselves, we head east through Barat's hideout. Fighting our way from room to room, we barely make it through Barat's mansion until we come face to face with the man himself.
I'm cutting the whore free. If that freak of a sister of hers can't stay in her place, I don't need precious Rika either.
Rika? That the one you got all done up in lace? I've been wanting to get my hands on that.
I know what you mean. She's yours if you want her, boys. And let me tell you, it tastes as good as it looks. What in sod all is that doing out of its cage? Come on, boys. The little whore needs to learn her place.
After all of this, our bloodlust is too great and Barat stands no chance. He falls, just like all the others.
You see him there all when we're done with you, and you just charged in and sodding slaughtered him. You have to be the luckiest duster in Orzammar. Barat's dead, and we're standing here. Hail to the sodding king!
There's no chance the Grey Warden will take us up now, and with no money, there's no option to go to the surface. We need to bide our time before we make a new plan, so taking over the Carta seems like a good time waster to us. And now we step up and take things over.
Whoa. Don't push it, Salraka. Barat kept his place by making sure it was always dusters like us who took the fall. Right now, half of Orzammar knows who you are. We've got to lay low for a while.
Damn, I hate it when Lesky's right. You're right. Let's get out of here.
Fortunately, if Barat's got them trained like he says, it should be a good long time before any guardsmen turn up here.
The exit to the hideout is through a winding tunnel to the north, and we enter right into Barat's shop. Maybe Barat wasn't as clever as we thought. Heading back out into the commons.
There they are! Seize the fugitives! Your weapons and walk down slowly. We will use force if you resist.
Seriously? Can't catch a break today. What are you all doing here?
Your escape from Orzammar's prison had the guards baffled, it seems.
Until one of them recognized your friend as Barat's man. Regardless, the penalty for impersonating a higher caste is death.
If Barat is as influential as you say, perhaps he also masterminded this Everd's impersonation.
Barat won't be a problem anymore.
He's dead? Barat had many enemies, but also powerful allies.
Barat would have butchered us if she hadn't killed him first.
Your friend has once again demonstrated her courage. We Grey Wardens travel far and wide in search of those with the potential to join our ranks. It seems I have found one.
What are you saying?
That I have found what I sought in Orzammar. Let me make my offer formal. I, Duncan of the Grey Wardens, extend the invitation for you to join our order.
This woman is wanted for treason. You can't do this.
I can, and I am. It would mean traveling to the surface lands and thus leaving your people. But it does offer you the chance to strike a blow against the Darkspawn and the Blight.
Well, I guess we can't always have bad luck. There's no time to say goodbye, no time to take anything. Not that we have much to our name. Any hesitation and these guards will run us through right here. This is what we wanted. This is our ticket out of this cesspool. We can only hope Rika will be okay. Then sodding yes, let's get out of here now.
Then before these witnesses, I hereby passionate to their view into the Grey Wardens. Know that you are most welcome.
This is highly irregular. The warrior families will be most upset.
Look at you, you duster. A warden. And to think I knew you when you were stealing bread.
Before we brave the deep roads, I would like to make you a gift of this mace, since you have so few possessions of your own. It was once wielded by the Warden Forel Idukan. I believe he was related to your king. I know you will continue his proud example. Goodbye, my friends, and thank you for your hospitality.
This was just one possible identity of the future hero of Ferelden, but dwarfs aren't the only people treated like outcasts and locked away from polite society. In the next part, we'll return to the surface and explore an origin story from those who possess magic. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing for more content like this every week on my channel. Thank you so very much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.